So this video is the third in the percentage videos, and it's pulling together what we were talking about with percentages with what we've been talking about with exponential functions. So let's just quickly review that increasing by a percentage r is equivalent to multiplying by 1 plus r, so that if you are increasing by 12%, you would multiply times 1.12. And decreasing by r is equivalent to multiplying by 1 minus r, so let's say you're decreasing by 20%, that's the same as multiplying by 0.80. The last bit is what we've been doing with these exponential functions, that if a function's y-intercept is 0a, and the output is multiplied by the number m every k units, then the function is given by f of x equals a times m to the x over k. So we're going to put all these three together and say you have some account that your initial balance, so you open some account, your initial balance is $500, and you know that the account doubles, the value of the account doubles every 6 years. Then you can say that, okay, so if f of x keeps track of the balance, or let's use t because it's time and years, so f of t is the balance after t years, then f of t is just the exponential function that starts at 500 and multiplies by 2 every 6 years. But let's go one step further. Let's say you have some other account where the initial balance is $300, and you know that it increases by 25% every 2 years. Then you've got f of t starts at 300 and increases by 25%, that's what we've been going on, increases by 25% every 2 years. Or maybe here's another one. You are looking at your stock portfolio, and at the beginning it starts at 20,000, but then you're finding out that it decreases by 18% every 3 years. And so let's quickly go through decreasing by 18%. R is 18%, so 1 minus 18% is going to be 82%. And so this thing that starts at 20,000, let's give it a function name. This thing that starts at 20,000 and decreases by 18% every 3 years. And let's do one more thing with this one, because it's great to know what it does every 3 years, and it's a nice clean number, 0.82. It's not too bad. That's an exact 0.82. But somebody might ask you, by what percentage does it decrease every year? And you'd be tempted to say, well, it's 18% in 3 years, and so 18 divided by 3 is 6. Maybe it's 6% every year. But that intuition is linear intuition. It's not what this exponential function does. And so the trick is to say, oh, well, the other way to write this is by taking that 0.82, oh, and I'm going to run out of space, so let me go back and write it below here. So it equals 20,000. And I'm going to use brackets just to separate, because I'm going to have a couple of parentheses in here. So 0.82 to the 1/3, all of that to the t. And we can do this because power to a power, 0.82 to the 1/3 to the t, I would multiply exponents, and 1/3 times t over 1 is the same as this t over 3 that I had originally. So these two expressions are equivalent, and I take my calculator out to see what is 0.82 to the 1/3. What's the cube root of 0.82? 0.82 to the parentheses 1 over 3, and I get 0.93599 da-da-da. I'm going to round that off to 0.936. Which is pretty close. If it was decreasing by 6%, it would be 0.94, because 6 off of 100 is 94. But it's just a little bit less than 6%. It's it's a little bit more than 6%. It's 6 let's just do the math. What is 1 minus 0.936? My calculator says 1 minus 0.936 is 6.4%. 0.064. So a little bit more than 6% each year.